question. So some people look at Pitts kind of like a wide receiver. So if we're looking at Pitts as like a tight end, for fantasy prospect and fantasy, not as a blocker and things, how would you compare Mayer and Pitts? And who do you like better?
Okay, good question. So Michael Mayer is more of a complete tight end, right?
Yeah,
What do I mean by that? I think he's going to play in line a little bit more,
yeah,
whereas you're going to see Kyle Pitts go on the outside a ton in his
like a
career.
receiver. Yeah, like a
Yeah, you're also going to see Michael Mayer block more. So because of that, because I mean, obviously you don't get points for in fantasy for blocking, and for every play that you're blocking is a play that you're not running a route or getting a target or getting an opportunity for a target. So because of all of that, I think maybe we put Kyle Pitts in fantasy ahead of Michael Mayer.
yeah,
In terms of like actual real football, I don't think it's close. I think Michael Mayer is miles ahead
yeah.
Kyle
That's a
Pitts in terms of a
that's
pure
a good
tight end
point.
and what you ask of that position.
Yeah, that was kind of my impression as well. Like, I mean, even physically, that you look at the two, like Mayer. I've seen a little bit of him. He looks like a physical specimen on the line, can block. I've seen a few games of him. Like, he looks like a more prototypical tight end. And Pitts obviously is, this giant, lean giant who's, can snag anything out of the air. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
One
think the
one
one
counter.
similarity they share would be that Kyle Pitts had a pretty good rookie season. I would say that for rookie standards, I mean, obviously he was one of the best rookies ever, but you would say that he definitely was not one of those guys who took a year to develop, right? He kind of
yeah,
hit the ground running. I think Michael Mayer could also do the same for the tight end position, which is
gotcha.
pretty rare to see, but one of the only guys I think I would say actually for that.
Here's kind of one counter fantasy argument, and it's too early to tell. You can't really tell, but and so it's kind of going out on a limb. But I also think it's a possibility. Mayer might get more touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely,
Think about it.
definitely. Red
Well,
zone weapon for sure.
Could be
I
better at the goal line.
I
Mhm.
also
Just more of a traditional tight end means more touchdowns.
Part of me
Yeah,
thinks that this year was an anomaly for Pitts, though. Also, or last year was with the one touchdown. Um, I don't.
Yeah, but he's also not in the best. I mean, it's also not like he has a quarterback that's going to throw 50 touchdowns or,
No, no,
now Drake London's there. Yeah, of course it's an anomaly, but, you can't really predict either one. But I'm saying, like, he could leap him in touchdowns, and touchdowns is always
yeah,
king. I mean, you
yeah, just
never, like,
based on the
we got
position.
to see I mean, are the Falcons? I don't think the Falcons will draft a quarterback next year.
yeah. I don't
And
know. I kind of have a feeling like the way I look at it, at least, I kind of think London is going to help Pitts in a lot of ways, like having another big target that's going to command coverage. Obviously no Ridley, no Julio last year. You didn't really have that. Russell Gage doesn't profile like that type of guy you really have to respect, honestly. Like, he's a nice receiver, but he's nothing special. You don't game plan for Russell Gage. You game plan for Pitts, and you're gonna have to game plan for London. I really believe that, and I think most people would agree. So I do think, like, and London's a big receiver too, so he's gonna be a big threat in the end zone too. So I think, like, those two, big bodies in the end zone, I do think it's gonna kind of help him. That's what.
but two things there. I'm not talking about 2022, obviously, because
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Mayer's not playing 2022.
yeah, yeah. But
But
going
if you
forward,
think about we know what team Pitts is on. We don't know what team Mayer's. Pitts is
yeah,
on the Falcons. Not a lot of touchdowns there. Let's face it.
yeah.
Pitt's quarterback situation. Like, we don't know per se, but it doesn't
Not good
seem
now.
great.
It's not good
And it
now.
doesn't. I don't think it's going to be great for the future, because I think they're going to roll with Desmond Ritter for a year or two, see how that works. And nothing against Desmond Ritter, he could be good, but I don't think he's elite. And
He's
so,
not a top prospect, though. We know that he's not a top
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
prospect.
So
Yeah,
between Mariota, Ritter, and the Falcons, and not a lot of touchdowns, I think that Michael Mayer has a good chance to lead Pitts in terms of touchdown potential. I mean, it's
yeah,
a lot of guessing and a lot of ifs for
Of course,
sure.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't
yeah,
want to like just look at Pitts. Oh, he got one touchdown in 1 year, and I'm basing everything off that. But that did happen, and so I'm thinking that he could. I mean, Gronk, right? Big touchdown guy, right? We're looking at more of a traditional tight end. I just think it's an argument maybe Mayer scores a lot more touchdowns. And when
Yeah.
you do, that's how you typically finish, in fantasy way higher. Guy who scores a lot of touchdowns, it's a lot more points. Touchdowns are king.
Yeah.
Either way, both of these guys are going to be my top 2 tight ends in, very soon. Once Travis Kelce is completely out of the league and Kittle and Andrews kind of, decline a little bit, I think Mayer Pitts is going to be the top 2.
This guy's saying, Fishing saying that Michael Mayer go to the Dolphins.
The Dolphins
makes sense with Gesicki on his way out. He's not going to be there next year, or maybe not even this year. They might trade Gesicki.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't even know. I know Miami has an extra pick. I don't know whose extra pick it is. It might be the 49ers, which would be the 32nd overall pick in my guess. See what I did there?
Oh yeah, Super Bowl, yeah.
But,
you mean Jimmy G's gonna start?
Yeah, Jimmy G's gonna start.
According to my buddy, that's what we need to win a Super Bowl.
Mayer could go to a team like the Titans, maybe, right?
Couch won't like this. I'm gonna preface with that. My ideal landing spot would be a team like Washington. Honestly, it's a really good fit. They need a tight end. That's a Logan Thomas. They have Terry McLaurin to kind of take a little pressure off.
Don't worry, they'll screw it up. They'll screw it up.
They just need a quarterback as well. But yeah, from that. But I mean, I think Tennessee is good too. Him and Burks, Phillips.
Tennessee would be a good one. Yeah, they actually have a quarterback, Tannehill, and then presumably Willis.
Yeah, Bob's got a good destination, Texas.
Texans.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yes. Love the Texans as
well. That's a good one.
Makes a lot of sense. They've been looking for a tight end the past few weeks.
I mean, you got Cooks right now. Nico Collins could be a nice receiver going forward. Mechie hopefully recovers, from what he's got going on and can be a good receiver. Damian Pierce, I don't know how long term he's going to be great, but he's having a guy for sure. Yeah, he's a guy for sure. So it looked like they do have some pieces. I'm a Davis Mills fan. I like him. I think he's good. I think this is a big year for him. So if they got him and Mills Mills would have a ton of chances to succeed if he was still the quarterback at that point. So yeah, that's a good one.
And also, if we're just comparing Michael Mayer to Kyle Pitts and looking at landing spot, I mean, it doesn't get much worse than what Atlanta has. So
it doesn't get much. I mean, maybe if he went to like the Jets or someone, I don't know.
Where tight ends go to die.